Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs technical support team. In this series, you will learn how to integrate with PayTabs through our PT2 API's endpoints. And we will walk you through the first integration type, which is the PayTabs hosted payment page. For the purpose of this series, we have created a very simple Laravel project to walk you through the integration process. But feel free to follow the steps in this series with your own project, whatever the programming language or the frameworks used to integrate with PayTabs. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn how we can initiate a merchant-initiated payment or a recurring payment, one of our token-based transactions payments. So, let's get started. The first thing you should know that you can find the full documentation for this part inside PayTabs support portal under the article called the Hosted Payment Page APIs Integration Manual. So, continuing from the last video, we navigated to step 3 over here, and the first thing we did was creating the token. Now, you should follow the last video, the previous video, to learn how we can create this token in order to use it in this video. Once we created the token, of course we have another options to manage it, like querying it to learn its status or deleting it, but here we will learn how we can use this token, how we can initiate a payment with it. And the first payment we are going to initiate with it is the recurring payment. And simply, the recurring payment is a seamless payment where your customer does not need to do any action. Once you send the request, the amount will be deducted from your customer directly without the need for any details from his side, because we have already tokenized his details in the last video. So as you can see, here is the request payload for this transaction. The only difference here that we are providing the token and the transaction reference that we created this token with, along with changing the transaction class to recurring instead of ecom. So let's do that in our project. First thing, we need to take over here to the response payload we had, and we need to copy the token that we had from last video. Then back to our code over here inside our payload, I have generated a recurring payload, and I will paste the token over here. Now the next thing we need is the token was created in a transaction, so we need this transaction reference, the transaction reference that the token was created in, and this already will be sent inside the request payload. Of course, don't forget to change the transaction class, as this is a new type of transaction or a new transaction class, and our transaction class currently is ecom, so we want to navigate to config over here, then PayTabs, and make sure that we change this transaction class to recurring instead of ecom. Now, you could do what suits your business to logic this detail or this process. You can save this token and this transaction reference along with your customer detail and do your subscription or your renewal every month. You can do whatever suits your business. We are here just to learn the correct way of making this payment. So now, since our request is ready, we just need to get the card details. You can actually fill it directly over here or using some of your system or your backend. For now, I will use the simple request I have. So get back over here to my checkout page. You will see that I have created a checkout page where the fields is not editable, so I don't need actually the customer to add anything, since I already tokenized his details, and I will just choose PayTabs, and I will proceed to payment. Now, as you can see, there has been no redirection. The payment has been deducted directly from the customer without redirecting to another payment page, of course, I mean. And as you can see, we have created the payment here. You have all the payment detail. You can also receive it inside the callback over here, and you have all the detail. You can see here that this is the new transaction reference, this is the previous transaction reference, and by doing that you have initiated your recurring payment directly and successfully. The next video, we will learn how we can initiate a CVV required payment or a customer initiated token based payment. So let's move forward.